dim the lights a little bit today. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing you a different type of vibe for a palette review today, and it's actually going to be kind of like a makeup therapy session. Yeah, and the palette that we are going to be reviewing is the newest from LimeCrime, and it is their, it's upside down, it is their greatest hits bangers palette. This is actually my first palette that I purchased from LimeCrime, and I'm pretty stoked to see how it goes. So if you're ready, then I'm ready, so let's get started. Before we get started, I do want to say welcome to all of our new family members out there. And in case you're not familiar with me yet, my name is Leah Garrett, and I'm a cruelty-free makeup and beauty reviewer. I'm a makeup enthusiast, a plus-size beauty, and a PNH and ITP fighter. If you'd like to know more about those two diseases, there are videos down below in my playlist that you can check out. Also, while you're at it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to join the fam, and hit that notification bell. Therefore, you know when I'm posting, even though I mainly post on Tuesdays and Fridays. Also, give this video a like while you're at it. So yes, this is my very first LimeCrime eyeshadow palette purchase. I know, it's insane. They have released so many palettes that I've wanted to try, but I never got around to purchasing them. But when this one came out, the greatest hits bangers, I was like, I gotta get it. So I did, and we're gonna go ahead and do this look with this palette today. And I didn't really want to do an eyeshadows and tea because there really isn't that much tea going on in the beauty world right now. So I did this more of like a makeup therapy session because I have a lot to say right now as far as what's been going on with me and a couple things that you guys have been asking me. So I figured, why not just do it? Do my makeup, review this palette, and talk about what I need to talk about. So before we get into making this eye look, let's go ahead and talk about this palette. So as I stated before, this is the newest palette from LimeCrime. It is their greatest hits bangers palette, and it is actually their holiday palette. They have a whole big collection that is on their website. You can purchase everything on their website, and they have a few of the holiday items at Ulta as well. But this is the star of the show today, the greatest hits banger palette. There isn't anything on the back of the palette, but I do have the website pulled up as to how the palette came to about and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and read that. It says, crowd pleaser, you created it for the party. It's your go-to celebration Venus playlist. We love our supporting fans. They inspire us every day. We want to share the love with a special 18 pan palette featuring their favorite shades. Thank you to the fans who chose these banging hues and helped us curate this palette. We made it just for you. And it also says a fan-voted Venus shades in nudes, pinks, and grunge shades. A mega mix of all Venus palettes for new fans to try, which I think is really good considering this is my first palette. And I'm able to get the best of the best shades out of in this. And same Venus shadow formula our fans know and love in metallic duochromes, metallics, mattes, foil, and glow. I have a hair in my mouth. That's gross. Like I said, I think this is really neat that they let the fans choose what shades that they wanted in this palette, because you get the best of all the Venus palettes that they have come out with. I can't talk right now. I need to take a drink. So let's go ahead and open her up. This is what she looks like on the inside. There is a little plastic piece that comes with it. Of course, I took it out because I use this palette. But this is a really gorgeous color story. You have just about anything and everything you could to make any kind of look. I went for a more grungy cranberry look today. But I mean, you have your neutrals, you have reds, you have pinks, you have greens, you have a purple, you have a random yellow. It's a really good color story. And I like how there's like no blue in it. It's very rare these days where you find like a palette like this and they throw in a couple blue shades. So I really do like the fact that there's no blue in it. But let's go ahead and talk about the shades. I do have swatches of each of these shades coming up later on in the video. We have 18 shades here, and in the first row we have Radiant, which is a duochrome shade. We have Heavenly, which is a foil shade. I have my notes down here as to what shade's what finish. Dreamy, which is a matte shade. We have Hail, that is a foil shade. Myth, that is a foil shade. And Beam, that is a foil shade. Out of this row right here, I did use Myth on my inner corner today. And the second row, we have Mustard, which is a matte shade. Mud, which is a matte shade. Divine, which is a matte, and I used that as my transition color today. Shell, which is to me, it's a satin finish. They have it listed as a metallic shade, but it's more of a satin finish to me. Crown, which is a foil, and Ripe, which is a matte. And on the third row, we have Pigeon, which is a duochrome shade, and I do have that on my lid today. Aura, which is the glow shade that they call it. I think it's more of a satin, and I put that on my brow bone. We have Floor, that's a matte. Jam, that is a matte. In Bloom, that's a matte. In Muse, that's a matte, and that's the cranberry color that you guys see on my eyes. So let's go ahead and get into this therapy session. Okay, I went ahead and primed my eyes with my, if I can get it out the basket, my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base. Y'all know that is my favorite as of the moment. But yeah, I'm not going to set it because I don't want to set it today. But we're going to head into the LimeCrime Greatest Hits Bangers palette. This is actually my first LimeCrime eye palette that I've ever purchased. So it's going to be a learning experience for me. But yeah, how are you guys doing? I don't think a lot of YouTubers ask how their fans, followers, subscribers, whatever they call them. Y'all are my fam. How are you guys doing? Let me know down in the comments below how y'all have been doing. I don't know about you guys, but ever since the time change happened, I feel like I can't get used to it. Like, it gets darker here earlier, so I'm like tired earlier, and I want to go to bed earlier, and I end up going to bed earlier, and it's just like, ugh. So yeah, that's just how I've been lately. And I'll get more into that in a second. But first, I think I want to go into the shade Divine and set that down as my transition shade. And I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics number 7 brush from the Festival Brush Palette, whatever you want to call it, set. There is a lot of kick up with this shade in the palette, so you are going to have to be careful with that. And I'm just going to, you know, talk and do my makeup. Normally I would do my right eye on camera, my left eye off camera, but I just want to talk. So yeah, we're just going to talk. First thing I wanted to talk about was how I've been uploading sporadically lately. Well, one, the time change has gotten to me, and two, my mental health just has not been there. Around the beginning of last month, middle of last month, October, my platelets took a nosedive, and well, not just my platelets, but all my blood work just took a nosedive, and I just felt really depressed about that. And I felt like my treatment wasn't working, and I wasn't taking care of myself well enough. So I just went into a really big depression rut, you can call it. So my depression got the best of me. I never want it to, but sometimes it happens. It's, you know, I've been dealing with this since I've been 8 years old, so it is what it is. So with that, I had actually asked Dr. A to up my antidepressant meds, and he did. I was on 20 milligrams of Paxil. Now I'm on 30. The highest he'll go is 40. So I went ahead and just started with the 30, and it's been making a little bit of a difference. I haven't been on them too long. I think I've only been on them for like 2 weeks or whatnot, and it takes a while for me to get used to them, but I think it's starting to make a difference. I'm starting to feel like myself again. I always have a hard time with my left eye for some reason. I don't know why. It's like this part right here of my eye just doesn't want to pick up any color, and I have to like force it to do it. I don't know why. It's so weird. My right eye is fine, but my left eye just doesn't want to cooperate sometimes. It actually looks really good. That blended out rather nicely. I do like that. All right. Next, I want to go in with, I think I want to go next in with the shade Muse right here. And just start putting that on. So as far as my mental health, it's okay. It's getting there. It's a work in progress as usual, but I know that once I get there, I'll be fine. And then when I got that all taken care of, I got a cold, and I was not a happy camper over that. Ooh, this is a really pretty shade. I was just like, oh my God, no, why am I getting a cold? I have not gotten a cold in a while. And of course I would get sick. And people were telling me, Melissa, you should get tested for COVID. You should get tested for COVID. And I was just like, and I hit this on my Tarte video a little bit, that a lot of people, ooh, even though this is pretty, it's a little patchy right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hopefully I can blend it out. But people were telling me to get tested for COVID, and I was like, why? I don't have a fever. I just have a cough, a sore throat, and a stuffy nose. I don't have any breathing problems. Like I said, I don't have a fever. I still have my taste buds. So instead of me actually going and risk getting it, the hubster and I made a decision just for me to take cold medicine and see how it goes. And now I'm fine. I still have a little bit of nose issues, but I think that also is in conjunction with my allergies. So that's just where I am on that. I really hope this blends out because it is a really super pretty color. I really like how this is going so far. It's a nice cranberry color. That is really pretty. I do like that. All right. Also, I just got a really busy week this week. Like, my nephews are coming over because my brother's significant other, their mom, is having a procedure done this week. And my two oldest nephews, Mikey and Andrew, will be staying with me for a couple days. So I have that going on. I'm starting to get my Christmas shopping done. Oh, when you got so many nieces and nephews, you just got to get on it. Yeah, so a lot going on right now. Of course, Thanksgiving is next week, but we're not going to celebrate till Friday because my mom and hubster actually do have to work on Thanksgiving. And I normally go to my mom's house every year since my grandparents passed away. Well, mainly my grandma. My grandma passed away. We all started having Thanksgiving dinner at my mom's house, and then later on we'd go over my grandparents' house to see my grandfather. But after he passed, we just started having Thanksgiving at my mom's house. So we're going to celebrate on Friday, next Friday, instead of actual Thanksgiving Day. What else? I also have the anniversary of my father's death coming up on this Friday. It will be 3 years since he passed away. So I'm kind of glad my nephews are coming over because it will kind of take my mind off of that. And I won't be, laid up in bed and, excuse me, I won't be laid up in bed worrying about it. So, and being sad about it, I'll have them to take my mind off of it. And I got some stuff to do with the boys too. I bought cookies so we can bake cookies, and I might get my Christmas stuff out. They can help me decorate for Christmas. Might be in the key word there, because I like to wait until after Thanksgiving to put my Christmas stuff up. I don't know why, I just am. Last year, I waited till like the very last minute because of my uncle's passing. So that's how that went. This is like really pretty. It's a really pretty cranberry color. I really do like it. Alrighty, this is what we got going on right now. The next shade I want to go into is this shade Pigeon right here. I want to use this shade because it's one of those like red or the rust green shades. That's what I want to say, but I don't know how I want to use it. I don't know if I want to put it all over the lid or if I want to just put it in the corner. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I think I just want to go. Oh God, this is so pretty. I think I just want to take it all up on the lid and just do this with it. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, so I have been getting a lot of requests for certain makeup releases that have been coming out, and as much as I would love to, you know, review all that stuff, I am very picky on what it is I review, as you guys can see, because I buy all my own stuff. I don't get a lot of PR. I only get PR from Gerard Cosmetics, and I just started getting some from Yes too because I was accepted into their affiliate program or the ambassador program. But I really don't get a lot of PR. I normally buy like 95% of my stuff. And I don't know what it is recently, but some of these releases, I'm just like, meh. I am so tired of all the like licensed releases. Like I love me some Nightmare Before Christmas, but it just seems like every brand released a Nightmare Before Christmas set. We have Nightmare Before Christmas, we got Beetlejuice, we have, I mean, crap. Hip Dot did a thing for Tapatio, and it's just like, is that where we are right now in makeup? Is that we have to start licensing stuff because, or start, you know, going with licensed brands because we don't know what it is we want to do? I just don't get it. And some of this stuff is just meh to me. Like, I was like, for one, I was really excited for Melt's Beetlejuice collection, but then I saw it and I was just like, it's nothing that sparks my interest. The only one that I really liked was like the red and black palette. I'll pop a picture of it right here. I may get that, but everything else, I was just like, I wasn't blown away by it. And to spend that much money on it is just, yeah, I'm not going to do that, because I'm not going to buy something, review it, and then it just sits in my collection for forever. You know, I want something that I'm actually going to like and enjoy and wear on a regular basis. Another thing that I want to hit on, and I'm not bashing these brands if they do that. This is just something that I don't want to review. I'm getting a lot of requests for indie brands, and for indie brands to review or to look at or to put in my indie brands you don't need to be sleeping on videos. And I'm getting a lot that do a lot of private labeling. And I have no issues with any indie brand that does that, but that's just not what I want to put on my channel. Reason being is because a lot of those palettes, they may change out the shades, but the packaging is the same. And it's like, well, hey, here's this palette from this brand, but then you turn around and review another palette from another brand, it's the same packaging but different colors. And I'm like, hey, I got this palette from this brand, and people are going to put two and two together and be all like, wait, what's going on here? So that's another thing that I really don't like with private labeling. That, and I think there's just so many brands out there that are coming out, and they're just like, or so many indie brands that are coming out, but they private label, and I don't really want to put that on my channel. That's just me. I will let other people do that. They can have that, but I can't. I'm sorry. And like I said, I have nothing against brands that do private label, but it's just not my jam. And the sad part about it is I did, you know, review some brands that did private label, and it bit me in the ass because people were like, well, Melissa, this brand private labels their stuff, so I can't take your review seriously. I really do like this. I really, really do. Blend it out nice. I like how it has the shift to it. I still have to do a lot of blending. Yes, I know. I really like how this is going. I really do. Now, I still have a lot more to go. And once I put, you know, my liner, my lashes down, excuse me, it'll all come together. But I do want to put a little bit of shimmer on the lids. So I'm going to go in with the shade Myth right here. And I'm just going to dab that lightly on the lid. Just a little bit. It's just a little nice little metallic foil shimmer. And I'm just going to use my finger. Just kind of lighten it up a little bit. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And I'll probably use this in my inner corner as well. That's really all that I wanted to talk about. There hasn't really been much else going on. And I do want to apologize for being so sporadic with my uploads. I'm trying the best I can. You know, I'm a one-woman show. But you guys are very understanding, and I love you guys. You guys are just the best. So I am now going to run the swatches of these shadows in this palette, and I will be right back. Alrighty, those were the swatches of the shadows in this palette, and this is the final look. I am loving it. It's giving me like holiday grungy vibes. I'm all for it. And I'm wearing my sparkly bat earrings that I got from Sin's Creation Shop by Miss Sin. I do believe that's what it's called. I always get it wrong. Please pardon me, but yeah. I did go in with the shade, whoa, I did go in with the shade Myth on my inner corner, and I used the shade Aura on my brow bone just to give it a little pop. As far as this palette goes, I'm actually really impressed with this palette. I think it is a good first step as to trying into LimeCrime shadows, because I have never used LimeCrime eyeshadows before. I've used some of their lip products, and I've used some of their highlighters, but never their eyeshadows. And I'm really glad I picked this up, because this is like an everyday palette for me right here. I could use this any day of the week and make an abundant amount of looks with it. It's just really, really neat. I like how they went with shades that the fans loved, and I'm really impressed. And the pan sizes are a lot bigger than what I thought they were going to be when I first saw them on the website. And the packaging is really nice. It's sturdy, and I am just all for this. I am definitely going to have to start using more of LimeCrime's eyeshadows and pick some of their palettes up in the future. All right. This bad boy right here does retail for $58, and you can only get it on LimeCrime's website. You can't get it at Ulta or anywhere else. Only on LimeCrime's website. They also have a whole holiday collection. I didn't want to get everything. I really just wanted to get this palette. They also have a smaller palette called the Greatest Hits Classics. That is $38. They have 2 new unicorn hair colors for $16 each. And extra poppin' wet cherry lip gloss for $24. That is double the size of this right here. This is the diet cherry that I used today. It's in clear, and that is $24. They have a Lip Blaze Cream Liquid Lipstick for $20. You can also get a Chart Toppers Wild Cherry Gloss Set for $22 and a Remix Mini Lip Set for $20. And that is all that I have for you guys today. Don't forget, all my social media handles will be down in the description box. Come on over. We have fun on those pages as well. I do not, however, have a Twitter account. So if you happen to see one with my face and this gorgeous smile, report it because it's fake. Also, all the rest of the products I used to make this makeup look will be down in the description box as well. I love y'all so much, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.